Hello, guten Tag. So we just arrived in São Paulo and we just want to show you the Airbnb we stay now for the next 2 days. And I think it's a little bit small but very nice. So over here we have a small, okay, it's not really a kitchen, it's a microwave, it's a tap. Here we can tap some water.
It's a water filter where you can take some cold water as well, so quite good.
And this is the toilet. So everything's very new. And over there we have a very big screen. Super huge, and the bed, of course.
And we have also a balcony that gives us a very
Astonishing view.
typical view of the city center of São Paulo. Buildings everywhere you look around. But yeah, as Fabian said, and you can see, is a bit small, but I think it's quite new and well maintained.
Yes, how much did we pay now?
We paid 45 euros per night.
Yeah, and it's super nice because we are close to the Avenida Paulista, which is the main street in the city, so the price is very nice, I would say.
Yeah, the location is quite good. From here we can easily get to the metro, and then with the metro we can easily get to any other place in the city. We are finishing the afternoon now, so I think we will just explore a bit around our accommodation, and our next stop is
The acai store, of course, because when you're in Brazil you have to eat and try acai.
yes, so let's give it a try.
We are now standing on the Avenida Paulista, one of the biggest streets in the city. And it's really huge. Here are a lot of stores, a lot of people. We just left one of the biggest bookstores. And now we are going in this direction and see what's going on.
Yeah. If you never heard about it, Avenida Paulista is one of the biggest here in the city. Here you can find a lot of offers for shopping. There are some cultural centers, museums. So if you have only 1 or 2 days to visit São Paulo, I think Avenida Paulista is the place to be. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I think we have to hurry a bit.
The light is becoming red.
As you can see, it's very crowded. I don't know, 6 lanes or something.
Yeah, there are a lot of lanes and a lot of cars in all lanes. I think we are around 6 p.m., 6:30 maybe, and it's the rush hour. And I mean, in such a big city, I think you cannot expect anything different on the rush hour. I have to say that with my experience of almost how many? Yeah, of 24 years living in São Paulo, the traffic for the rush hour is actually good. It's not so bad.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of traffic, but yeah.
And if you're interested, we passed by this place earlier to have an espresso. And we paid 10 reais in a small one, and this is around €1.50. So yeah, you can say if the prices are good or not comparing to where you live. We are currently in a very big bookshop here. It's called Martins Fontes, and it has really 3 or 4 floors, and there are so many books and in a lot of languages, a lot of topics. We are currently in a session that is exclusively for discounted books, and yeah, like these schools, and you can see that it's a really big floor and a lot of options. Definitely something that if you like books, you should visit here in São Paulo.
We're now going to have breakfast in a cafe called Cafe Friends. I don't know, we have 9 o'clock or something and there's not so much traffic. You see here the water going down from the rain yesterday. But the day starts very cozy, I would say. Weather is at around 20 degrees, cloudy, but the good thing is it's not raining. Yesterday it was raining a lot because São Paulo is also the capital of the rain here in Brazil. Hopefully today we stay without rain, but let's see.
Yeah, today we have nice things planned, but of course we need to get some energy. And yeah, we are located very close to this cafe. It's only a 6 minutes walk. So let's first recharge our batteries and then start our Sao Paulo adventure today.
Yeah, one interesting thing is when I compare Sao Paulo to any city in Germany, so here we have everywhere like very high buildings with 15 stories or so. And in Germany this is very rarely to be seen. Maybe in Frankfurt there are some skyscrapers, but here in Sao Paulo it's everywhere. In every street, in every corner there are very tall buildings, which is very interesting. And yeah.
In this area that we are, everywhere that we look around, only big buildings. We don't see a normal house.
No. Okay, we now found the only house with only 2 stories in the neighborhood, and turns out it's the cafe we want to visit. And now we try to cross the street here to get there somehow.
Without a traffic light it would be difficult, that's why it's good to use the proper space. I think with that we have more chance.
Yeah, but here we have a zebra crossing. Here the traffic of Sao Paulo. So I'm very curious how it will be. Here it is, the Coffee Friends. So we just had breakfast, it was nice. It was a very interesting restaurant, and the guy who owned the restaurant also took a picture with us and was super friendly. Our next stop now is the theater of Sao Paulo. It's over there. And we are crossing now the street. I hope we can. And the weather is shite, let's say. It's raining a lot.
Typical Sao Paulo weather
There's a combi.
For this time of the year.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it's quite rainy, although I have to say that this year is more rainy than last year when we were here on this time. So
it's the other side of the street, big crossing. Yes, everywhere in Sao Paulo.
Here is a shopping mall. There is the office of the mayor of the city and another 1,000 buildings.
So where do we have to go?
Yeah, so we can make a round here. The woman said that we can visit, but it's only this main room. We cannot unfortunately see so much. I think we will have to try to come to a concert here the next time, but for now we can at least see the entrance hall.
Okay. This looks very nice, I would say, nice architecture. Let's go over here. You can buy some tickets. So we entered now the theater, and when we entered there started a guided tour, and we are able now to be in the concert hall. Unfortunately it's very dark, so on the video you probably cannot see so much.
The guide explained us that this building was inaugurated in 1911 with a purpose to be an opera house, and the construction took around 8 years. And yeah, in the beginning the idea was to have only operas, but currently there are different genres of music and it's not so restricted like it was before. This is one of the halls to enter the main room of the theater where we were before. And what I saw, we still haven't got the explanation, but I see that here there is a hall for the important people, the authorities. So they're responsible for the culture in the city, the mayor, and there in the third door, the governor of the state. I still don't know if this is still valid, if it's still like that. The guide will give us some explanation and then we will get this information. But what do you think? You think this is still valid or not? What's your guess?
I think for the major or the cultural ministers of the city, yeah, of course. I think when they visit the theater, they still sit on the best seats, although maybe nowadays the mayor would say, I'm part of the people, I will sit on the main seats with everyone else to make some, I don't know.
To get votes.
Yeah, to get votes.
Let's see. One important information is to say that this was inspired obviously in European opera houses, specifically the one from Paris, the Garnier building.
So we are here now on the balcony of the theater. Inside it was very silent and a place of peace. But here again, when you step outside, you see the concrete jungle, the noise of one of the biggest cities of the planet.
And the rain as well.
And the rain as well.
So as expected for the time when this theater was constructed, this is very much inspired on European opera houses, European elements. So inside you see a lot of figures that are related to Greek, Roman and Nordic mythologies. There are very few references to Brazilian culture. During the tour we learned that this was obviously a very exclusive spot, only for the richest people in the city, and that had also some degree of influence. It was interesting that the guide said that the cheapest ticket used to cost half of the salary of a worker. So I think this is a good reference to see how hard was it to get a spot for the not so rich people on this theater.
We entered now a place called Galleria Metropoli, and it's like a small mall full of art bookstores, artsy shops, clothing stores and so on. And I think it's a very interesting mall because first of all it's open, there are a lot of plants, and as I said before, a lot of artsy shops. You can also see some nice restaurants. And yeah, what do you think about this place?
It's very cool. I didn't know this before, and I'm very surprised. There's a lot of different things that we can find around, and also downstairs many restaurants. So yeah, interesting spot.
So yeah, if you want to have something, I don't know, from an alternative bookstore or, I don't know, a piece of art from Brazil, then maybe this is the place where you should go. And yeah, here we go again. And I really like when you sit here we are on the 3rd floor, I think. You are sitting next to the trees, but now we are going down again. I think it's one of the older malls here, and I don't know, it gives me this 60s aesthetics. So, and there, over there, Payol, this was the store we watched before. It has a lot of art pieces. So, yeah, maybe you should go there and find something nice. I also really like this gepard or tiger out of wood. Yeah. We just had some nice lunch here in the Galleria Metropoli in a restaurant called Aroma. And I had some rice with chicken and farofa. And you had?
I had risotto with fish. It was like onion risotto with some pesto, and it was delicious. The fish was very well seasoned. We had some farofa on top that made it a bit crunchy. It was really, really good food for a good price.
Yeah, so I think we pay now around €8 or something per dish, and this is a super fair price.
Next stop, Mercado Municipal, São Paulo's iconic food market, housed in this stunning early 20th century building with stained glass windows and stall piled high with fresh products from all over Brazil. We can't walk past this coffee stand without stopping. Just look at all these varieties on display, from smooth and mild blends to bold and dark roasts. Here, you can actually pick your beans yourself and watch as they are freshly grounded and brewed right in front of you. A tiny coffee ceremony right in the middle of the market.
So after a night out yesterday, we started the day with a small brunch in a restaurant called The Mug here on the Avenida Paulista in São Paulo. And I think it looks very beautiful. Here we have nice bread, crunchy bread. Here we have filtered coffee that smells very interesting. Some ham, some Greek yogurt, eggs. And I think, yeah, it's a very good start in the day.
Yeah, it's really nice because we ordered this combo for 2 people with already everything included, even the drinks. So yeah, I'm even more hungry now that the food arrived, and I'm looking forward to try the coffee that smells so good, and definitely a good start for you.
This is how the coffee place looks like. It's in the back garden of one of these skyscrapers here in the Avenida Paulista. And you have to go through the entrance hall and then you end up here in the cafe. We are now in the Pinacoteca in São Paulo, which is a museum for contemporary arts. And we just stepped outside on this balcony here on the 1st floor. And this is the view. We look into a kind of a garden There's a fountain over there, big street. So, Leti, how do you find it so far?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. The building of the museum itself is already different from what we are used to in the museums. There are plenty of things to see, I think 3 floors. And the museum has other 2 buildings, if I'm not mistaken. And when you buy the ticket, you can enter all the buildings. Yeah, apparently one of the buildings is just across the garden. And if we have time, we will go there to see what can you see there.